The Running Deacon, How One Man Brought the Gospel to Ethiopia. 2,000 years ago, on the dusty desert roads of Gaza, a young man was seen running. His steps were swift, almost like that of a lifeguard rushing to save a drowning soul. But he was not chasing after water. He was chasing after eternity. He ran, not for wealth, not for fame, but for a single life. The man inside the royal chariot, a powerful treasurer from a distant land, held a scroll of Isaiah. He was searching, yearning, questioning, but he had no guide until Philip came running. This runner was no ordinary man. He was Philip the Deacon, the man with feet like wings, the man who carried the gospel into the wilderness. Yet, behind his determined steps was a heavy heart. Only days before, Philip had witnessed the brutal stoning of his closest friend and fellow deacon, Stephen, the first martyr of the church. The loss was fresh, the pain unbearable. And yet, instead of hiding, Philip ran. He ran not away from persecution, but into the wilderness, into the unknown, carrying only one message: the good news of Jesus Christ. Inside the chariot sat an Ethiopian official, known to history as Bacchus, treasurer of the queen. He was powerful, respected, and wealthy, but his heart was restless. As he read Isaiah's prophecy, he asked, "How can I understand unless someone guides me?" And that is when Philip, the running deacon, caught up with the chariot. One man, one soul, one conversation, and history was forever changed. Philip explained the scriptures. He unveiled Christ, the suffering servant, the horn of salvation. And there, in the desert, under the blazing sun, the Ethiopian asked the question that echoes through history: "What prevents me from being baptized?" The waters of life flowed in the wilderness. Philip baptized him, and the first Ethiopian entered the kingdom of God. That one baptism became a fountain that would one day spread across the Horn of Africa, giving Ethiopia one of the oldest Christian traditions in the world. What greater calling is there than this? One man catching one soul, and with that one soul, catching a nation. The world is full of confused Bacchuses, searching but never finding, wealthy but never satisfied, connected but never truly known. Yet there are so few Philips, so few who will run, so few who will climb into the chariot of another's pain, so few who will explain the hope of Christ. The church today does not need deacons who sit idly, waiting for honor and applause. It needs running deacons, men and women who chase after souls with urgency, who are not followed by the faithful, but who pursue the lost. Not deacons who are trapped in the temple, but deacons who meet people where they are, in deserts, in cities, on roads, in the wilderness of modern life. The church needs Philips, who do not hesitate, who do not fear dust, distance, or danger. The church needs Philips who will run. Brothers and sisters, will you be that Philip? Will you be the running deacon of today? For in every generation, the gospel moves forward not through the crowd, but through the courage of one who runs. Be the deacon who chases souls. Be the deacon who steps into the chariot. Be the deacon who runs, because one soul saved today can change a nation tomorrow. The Running Deacon, the gospel for Ethiopia, the gospel for the world.